Hello and welcome in to the Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you, and well, it's a chilly autumn night here at Tiger Stadium, but we're ready and we're excited for some football, and we're broadcasting live to you tonight from the Gen Realty broadcast booth. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Brandon Bird, and well, it's a battle of two 2-0 teams here tonight. And really, I think Erie's first true test in 4A. So it should be interesting what happens here tonight. This broadcast is brought to you by Jen McGurk. Jen Realty is a proud sponsor of the Erie Athletics. Jen has been an Erie resident and specialist since 2005. Contact Jen for all your local town real estate needs. Well, last week was a fun week for us here on the Erie Tiger Network as we were out in a smoky atmosphere at Everly Montgomery Stadium. Let's take a look at some of those highlights from last week as our own Landon Gregory has a little recap for us.
The Erie Tigers played Silver Creek last Friday the 16th and grabbed a blowout win with a score of 54-27. The offensive line for Erie looked incredible again, as Mason Vevey was able to grab north of 300 yards on the ground and 5 rushing touchdowns, and Thiessen was able to grab a rushing touchdown as well. The defense didn't look too bad themselves, grabbing a defensive touchdown against Silver Creek on their first play of the game and a forced fumble from Jacob Flood in the third quarter. Erie's rushing game looks like an unstoppable force this season, led by Mason Vevey and that offensive line. Erie on Friday night was able to grab 67 yards through the air and an astonishing 475 on the ground. In their 2 games this year, the Tigers have already grabbed more than 893 rushing yards, and that comes with an average of 13.5 yards per carry. Erie will move to 2-0 on the season as they prepare for the 2-0 Windsor team at home this Friday night. Here are the rest of your highlights from that game, and for the Erie Tiger Network, I'm Landon Gregory.
All right, you got to see some highlights from last week. Thanks to Landon Gregory for doing that for us here. But we've moved on. It's a new week, and we take a look at the standings here in the league, and it's a 3-way tie for first between kind of the 3 favorite teams, Windsor, Broomfield, and Erie. And so tonight might go a long way in establishing who will win this league. And with the limited playoff spots, that is a big deal. We do have the national anthem here in house, so we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have a little bit more pregame and a few more things to go over here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Jeff Foxworth.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. We just had the national anthem here in-house. We went over the standings. Just another reminder that tonight's game is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Gen Realty. We had that graphic, forgot to use it for you, and just wanted to get that in there because we love that. Hey, Tiger fans, don't forget to follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter at Erie Tiger Media. You can also like the Erie Tiger Media Facebook page or check us out online at erietigermedia.com. Well, we are just a few minutes away from kickoff, and the story so far this year has been the phenomenal work of one Mason Vivi. And you take a look at his stats and what he's been able to accomplish so far this season. I mean, gosh, we've only played 2 games, but he has 460 yards on the ground in 18 carries. He's averaging over 25 yards per carry. And, I mean, good grief. That probably won't continue tonight. He has 6 touchdowns on the season as well. But, man, how amazing has the start been for one Mason Vivi here this year. And we are just waiting for the Tigers to burst out of the tunnel. Of course, the coin toss this week, we've kind of brought it up the last couple of weeks. It's determined in the CHSAA offices. It is heads for home, and it is tails for away. And so they flip that every week at CHSAA. That applies throughout. And we're trying to get confirmation. We have video of the coin flip that we're looking at, and it's the visitors. It's tails. So the Tigers lose the coin toss for the first time tonight. That means it's been tails 2 weeks in a row here on Football Friday throughout the state. And it appears that Windsor has elected to defer and will kick things off here to start this one, this game. And, man, let me tell you, it is a chilly night. The sideline's a little bit more thinned out. The Tiger kickoff team is huddled, and they are about ready to go, and we are almost underway. By the way, no Blake Barnett here tonight. He is on the sidelines. He is in a sling. He has a clavicle issue that will keep him out for at least the next 3 weeks. So Alex Austin will be your starting quarterback here tonight, and Alex came in and filled in admirably, including a fine 2-minute drill at the end of that first half, which of course was after basically halftime. Just a weird time. He came in, led a 2-minute drill, scored on the last play of the half, and then it was a kickoff to start the third quarter. An interesting time last week, to say the least. So we are just about underway here as we queue up our scoreboard and make sure everything is good to go. And we have a full crew here for you tonight. Hopefully some multi-camera switching. That'll kind of depend on our camera range. We are close. We're within a couple weeks of having a brand new system installed and ready, which will have multi-camera instant replay and graphics. And as soon as we get the kids trained up, that'll be fun to watch for sure. So Windsor set to kick off here. They'll be going left to right. They're wearing their maroon and Vegas gold. Maroon pants and Vegas gold for the Windsor Wizards. As their head coach, Chris Jones, a very proud program is this Windsor squad. And the kickoff will head end over end. It'll be taken by Vivi at the 5. Vivi will tack to his left, steps out of one tackle, still on his feet across the 30. Vivi weaving through traffic, and he'll spill out across the 40, and that's where things will get started here for the Erie Tigers on their first possession of the game. So 1st and 10 here for Erie, and as we said, Alex Austin will lead the way for the Tigers with Blake Barnett injured. And what a luxury to have a deep stable of quarterbacks, this Tiger program here with Coach Cooper, who has had remarkable success for Erie, but first new challenge at 4A. Austin in the shotgun here. It's Vivi flanking him to his right. Gets the snap, hands off to Vivi, up the middle. Vivi kind of negotiates his way through traffic and will spill forward for about 6 yards there on first down. No color man tonight, so I'll be flying solo here, but a full broadcast crew directed here by Madison Gambon. So she's kind of holding down the fort while we have cameramen and camera gals switching in and out of the broadcast booth. And so it'll be an interesting night on our end as we had several technology issues to get this one started. But we're up and we're live and everything's going smooth so far. Austin takes the snap. Oh, it's a fumble, and Vivi's going to have to fall on it behind the sticks. It just looked like it kind of slipped through the fingers of Austin, as right now that thing is as hard as a rock with the temperature, and that's a 8-yard loss on the recovery, and so that'll move Erie behind the sticks. It'll be 3rd and 12 here for the Tigers, really 3rd and 13. Austin will step in. Only 160 fans in the house tonight. Austin takes a snap, rolling, looking downfield. He's going to fire the comeback route. Nice catch by Nichols. Tapped the toes in, and a big first down on a nice throw on the rollout from Austin. And that was a clutch play there for the Tigers. A pickup of 18 yards on the play. And Gage Nichols was the one that came back, caught it, and tapped the toes to get in bounds. 1st and 10 now here for Erie. Austin barking out the play. Tigers in their usual personnel here with 3 wide. And the H-back is Oxiger. They'll motion Gus across the formation. Run read here. Austin will keep. He'll have to break a couple tackles, and Alex Austin maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Some tough yards, tough running there as left side of the Tigers line. May have missed an assignment or two, but a good line and good line play it has been for that Tiger front with Drake Rhodes there on the left side. You have Jackson Clancy in there, John Pastore, Cy Pinto, Ryan McConnell, all in there for the Tigers. Snap, Austin, he's going to roll to his right. It's a screen back to the left, caught by Vivi. Tries to make a man miss. Good open field tackle that time by Adam Lieber. And a decent pickup there on 2nd and 9, a pickup of about 7. Oh, yep, pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 2. So for Vivi, that's his 2nd reception of the year. He's got 32 yards receiving this season. Austin and Vivi in the shotgun. Wizards crowding 8 men in the box, showing a run blitz. Austin's going to throw the quick comeback route on the outside, and that was enough for a first down out on the far side, and I believe that was Trey Kana on the catch. That was actually Braden Rao. Or just the 18 is crinkled up there a little bit. So it looked like a 16, but we know that Trey is a running back and Braden is the wide receiver that's usually split out to that side. So 1st and 10, fresh set of downs here for Erie. 9:13 remaining here in this first quarter. Austin in the shotgun. He's going to run read, keeps it himself, and not much room to negotiate out there before he gets spilled out, but does end up picking up a couple. Is Alex Austin, a couple carries, 3 yards. Tigers, no rushing yards so far because of that little fumble exchange that Vivi had to fall on in the backfield. 2nd and 8. Rao is shifted here to the near side of the field with Nichols. So a stronger set to the left with Oxiger there too. They're going to run read again, and again Austin's going to keep, and he just spins and bowls his way over a defender before he gets swung down to the turf. A pickup there of 5 yards for Austin, and Alex Austin already with 3 carries. So 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers, a long 3. As Austin with the left glove will keep it again, and so far it has been Alex keeping on the read, as I think the defender's trying to key there on VV, and he only picks up about half a yard, does Austin. So that'll make it 4th and a long 2 here for the Tigers. They're going to go for it here, obviously in no man's land, with the ball spotted at the 23.5. And in the backfield right now is Caleb Thyssen. So it's Thyssen and Vivi in motion. They'll fake it twice. Austin looks to throw. He's going to pull it down and run for it, and has just enough. He made the safe decision. He had a man open, but I think was just a little bit hesitant to fire that one when he saw the first down kind of secured. So that'll bring 1st and 10 now right at the 20. Good opening drive here from the Tigers. Methodical, moving the chains, getting small chunks of yardage. They've only averaged 1.2 yards on the ground per carry, but they do have 29 yards through the air. So kind of an interesting little drive here for the Tigers. Austin will send a man in motion. I think that's Vivi. They're going to hand it to him on the jet sweep. Vivi will get to the outside, pushes one tackler away, and then just kind of gets drugged down from behind. A decent pickup there on the jet sweep. Got 4, maybe 5 yards on the pickup for Vivi as they mark him down to the 16. 13 yards rushing now for the Tigers. 6:22 remaining here in this first quarter of play. Have the clock working. Ali Gigliotti running the computer graphics right now, and so thankful that she's here able to do that right now. Alex Schnagelbarger up top. They're going to hand it to Thyssen on the right side, and he'll just kind of slalom his way back and forth as he picks his way forward. He had about 6 yards to go and picked up about half of it. So a 3-yard pickup there for Thyssen, and Windsor has done a good job so far against this very potent Tiger rushing attack. Both teams have done phenomenal on the ground this year. Both teams over 600 yards rushing on the season. In fact, the Tigers as a team on offense through 2 games, 893 yards rushing. That's almost unfathomable. Left side is Thyssen, and he'll fight his way for a couple of yards. So that's going to bring up another 4th and short. 4th and 2. They only gave him a yard there. So the Tigers trying to keep the chain moving and keep this really long drive from stalling out. 4th and 2. Austin takes the snap. He's going to run it directly behind his blockers, and I think he has it, and he does. A nice little pickup there for Austin, down to the 9. And that kind of reminds me of Sefo Lufau and the Colorado Buffaloes a few years ago. They would just run that quarterback power over and over again in 4th and short. So 1st and goal from the 9 now here for Erie. They're going to give it right side. Thyssen jumps through the hole, gets turned backward, but has a decent pickup there. And I think they're going to call a personal foul here on Windsor as a Wizard and a Tiger got tied up inside the 5, and a Tiger was planted in the turf well after the whistle. But Thyssen, another 5-yard pickup. Tigers only with 25 yards rushing here on this drive. But tell you what, it's been one of those slow, methodical, Novocaine-like offenses on this first drive. It's slow, but it always works. So second and goal from the 4 here for Erie. Tigers checking in from the sideline, and actually they will move this up to the 2 after the personal foul penalty of 2 yards. And the Tigers trying to punch in the first score. A quick going first quarter, unlike the last 2 games. And a false start, I think. And so even though the Tigers drew a personal foul penalty, this penalty is going to back them up out to the 7. Oh, no, and they're asking, this might be, well, what is going on here? The referee's checking in with Coach Cooper here on the near sideline. So I have no idea what the call was because they're not administering any yardage. And now Chris Jones, the Windsor coach, wants an explanation. Okay, I guess no harm, no foul. Second and goal here from the 2. Beavy in motion. They're going to hand it off to Thyssen, and he'll ram his way through the middle into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown, and the Tigers drop first blood here in this game. So a 2-yard scamper, 4:08 remaining here in quarter number 1, and the Tigers a long drive. We'll see if they can add the extra point. With Otavio just squeezing that one through the wickets. So 7-0, Tigers take the lead. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
At the end of the first quarter. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Go Airheads Airsoft Field and Story and Store in Erie gives children, teens, and adults an exhilarating, unforgettable experience in Unique Battle Zone. Play against your friends and friends-to-be. For more information, be sure to check them out online at goairheads.com. So a 7-0 lead here for Erie with 4:08 remaining here in the first quarter of play. And Windsor will get the ball for the first time tonight, and they'll have their potent rushing attack. Similar to what we saw that first week with Greeley West, we'll see a lot of tight formation, misdirection with Windsor, as they truly have several different options to run the ball. And so we'll see a slew of different ball carriers tonight. Got to get the stop here, and the Tigers, who have struggled a little bit on kickoff return coverage, get a good stop there, and it'll be Windsor to start their first drive on the 25. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, fans, here on the Erie Tiger Network, and, of course, our friends up to the north in Windsor that are joining us, as they are a well-traveled fan base, a very passionate fan base, as we have known throughout the years in the Tri-Valley Leagues and the other sports. This is the first time we have played them in football, however, at least in any recent memory. And so I know that several of them are watching because they could not be here tonight, obviously, with the limitations on fan numbers. A pitch out here to the near side, and Tigers trying to go for a strip, almost get it, but a decent little run there on first down, and a pickup of 16 by Jaden Thomas, or pickup of 6 by Jaden Thomas, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 4. Thomas is the leading rusher for this Windsor attack. Their leading receiver is Jaden Kennis, so a couple Jadens for the Wizards. leading the way. Kennis out there now out wide. Under center is Jake Coakley here for Windsor, and he'll hand it on the dive in the I formation. And I don't know what happened, but something's going down out on the field, and it's Jaden Thomas 2-yard pickup. So 3rd and 2 here for the Wizards. That's what their offense is, and that's what they want to be in, is 3rd and short situations. Stay in front of the stick, stay on schedule, so you continue to pound the rock here on 3rd and short. If you're the Erie defense, you really want to get some negative plays. And it has been a great start for that front for Erie with Keaton Dennison in there and John Pastore. 3rd and 2, and now a delay of game. So a delay of game and a 5-yard penalty on Windsor. And so right after we talked about them staying on schedule, they pick up a penalty, and that for running team just makes it harder. I mean, Windsor, through their first 2 games this year, have only attempted 8 passes. They've completed 4, and they've gone 25 yards a pop. So when they do it, it's been effective, but they don't do it a lot. 3rd and 7 here. A handoff to the fullback, and he gets stacked up by who else? Big John Pastore. And so Carson Kingsbury just gets ragdolled backward for a loss. And what a play there by Big John. And that is why this coaching staff feels like John could be D1 talent. So 4th and 9 here for the Wizards. And they'll punt, and I believe punting is the player, or Nate Saunders. We'll have to double check on that. He'll clap the hands. He'll roll to his right. Nope, it's actually 53. That's Hunter Peck. And he angles that one, a good little, almost a coffin corner kick. And now another mix-up there between a Tiger and a Wizard. And we're going to have a personal foul here as there was some extracurricular activity after the whistle. We've tried to mic up our fans a little bit, but not much audio to pick up, folks. It's just not a lot of people are allowed in this stadium. Decent amount of people sitting outside the system or stadium in lawn chairs and blankets. Not quite like the first week we saw. That will be on Erie, a personal foul. And so Erie will take over from the 20. So 1st and 10 here for the Tigers. Austin in the shotgun. Vivi flanking him to his left. Vivi hasn't seen the ball that much, and Austin another keeper. And so right now the Tigers are giving Windsor a steady dose of quarterback keeper. In fact, for Alex Austin, that's his 7th carry of the game. Vivi's only had 2. He did also fall on a fumble for a loss of 8 yards. Second and 6 now, though, for the Tigers. Only 44 seconds left in this blink of an eye first quarter. And there is Vivi, the little shimmy move. He's out into the open field and gets dumped head over heels, but a nice pickup there for Vivi, a pickup of 11 on the play. Nope, make that 13 on the play for Vivi. And his biggest carry of the night, 31 seconds left here in this first quarter. Tigers checking into the sideline. First time that we have seen Vivi kind of explode into the open field here tonight. Austin in the shotgun here on first down. Hard count, takes it. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw the corner. A good adjustment by Gage Nichols and a little bit of contact there. I think the Tigers wanted a call, but just couldn't quite squeeze his mitts on the ball. The ball was thrown to the inside, and Gage had to fight his way back into position. And did a good job to get to it, but just couldn't quite haul it in. Now, pregame saw Alex working on those corner routes quite a bit. 5 seconds. This should be the last play of the quarter. Second and 10. Gus across the formation. Gets reset here. Handoff to Vivi. Stretches, presses the hole, bounces it to the outside, has first down yardage, and finally gets twisted down at the 49. A 12-yard pickup there for Mason Vivi on the last play of the quarter. He's got 34 yards rushing. The Tigers have 56 as a team. And at the end of the first quarter, it is 7-0 Tigers. And between quarters, 3M Farms is a local farm owned by the Merckx family right here in Erie, Colorado. This fall, they have a wonderful pumpkin patch with lots of picture-perfect spots for family photos, pumpkins of all sizes, and next spring, they'll be back offering shrubs, perennials, trees, and vegetables for all of your gardening needs. And they are sponsoring this week's Spirit Spotlight.
Hi, my name is Izzy Hagman. I'm a senior this year, and my favorite memory was cheering on our football team at state my freshman year. We love you, Erie. Good luck.
Hi, my name is Kyler Caldwell, and I'm a senior this year. My favorite memory on the team was getting to go to nationals with my girls and building those close relationships. Good luck, Tigers!
And welcome back in. You see the sideline there, and we're trying to get a shot of the cheer team, but our cameras that aren't up top are freezing up a little bit, and there they are, and that was our senior spotlight. And so here we go, first and 10. First and 10 as we head back up top here to Alex, and a handoff there, and Vivi ends up picking up a couple on the play. So 2nd and 8 here for Erie after the first down run of 2. So thanks to 3M Farms for sponsoring that Spirit Spotlight segment. Austin in the shotgun here. He's run a lot here in this first half. He's going to take it and roll to his right, looking downfield. He's going to step into a throw, throws it, and had Rao behind the defender, but couldn't quite get enough mustard on the ball on the run, and it was a nice defensive play by one of the two number 5s. I think that's Zach Blecky that made the play. There's a couple 5s listed for Windsor, but one is listed as a DB, so I think that's the one we'll go with. 3rd and 8 now here for Erie after the second down incompletion. That's Austin now 3 for 5 for 29 yards. He's missed his last 2, though. Gus in motion across the formation. Austin will hand it off to Vivi. Eludes one tackler, runs into his own man, and then gets pelted a yard behind the line of scrimmage. And so the Wizards with their best defensive stand, only the second possession of the night for Erie. In fact, that first possession of Erie is so long, eating up over half the quarter, that first quarter went by lickety-split. I mean, we have had some first quarters this year go double the time that this last one just went. Piper in there to punt, sends a low bouncer. Oh, was it touched? And the Wizards are able to jump on it. I think it was touched, and so the Wizards jump on it at the 6. I think that was Jaden Kinnis back there that got a mid on it and then retreated to get it real quick. So Windsor will start 1st and 10 at their own 8. Check that, their own 7-yard line. Keaton Dennison running onto the field here. Now handoff, and who else? John Pastore. Don't run right, Colorado. You run to him, it's gonna be a bad time. And so Pastore gets a big stop there. They will give him about a yard. And he has just been a beast these first 2 weeks, and now game number 3. Fun to see. Coakley under center, I formation behind him. Tigers showing run blitz. It'll be a little off tackle give, and I believe that was Dax Polka that just kind of fought his way for a pickup of 5 yards. Dax Polka. That's a Windsor Wizard name. They've got some good games, or good names here, this Windsor squad. Really taking their time here between plays, a methodical offense. The back judge showing that 10 seconds left in the play clock, now 5. They get the snap off, a little handoff on the kind of sweep, and just breaking tackles is Thomas, busts up the sideline and chased out of bounds at the 50-yard line, but there is a flag on the play all the way back at the 31. That is well down the field. That would still be enough for the first down if they call that on the offense for a hold.
Holding called against Windsor.
And so I think they'll mark that from the 32, which would bring him back to the 22, which is still 4 yards beyond the sticks. So still about a 7-yard pickup there for Jaden Thomas and a first down for the Wizards.
1st and 10 for Wizards.
Don't see that too often, a penalty that comes back, but you still get a first down. So 1st and 10 here for Windsor. Coakley under center. He's going to pitch it to the near side. That's Polka with it, and he will bowl over the top of the corner defender there. That was Caleb Thyssen. And a decent pickup there on first down of about 4 yards for Thomas, or excuse me, Polka. Polka, a couple carries coming into this game. Polka only played in 1 game this year so far, but had 6 carries, so getting a little more work in tonight. Early is Dax Polka. 2nd and 6 now, and a timeout is going to be called. Timeout called on the field. We're going to take a timeout. It's 7-0 Tigers here on the Erie Tiger Network. The clock needs to stop.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve with home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
In Erie, talk to State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Out of the timeout, a decent run there on second down. Sorry we joined you just a hair late. We have some camera battery issues we're monitoring, and so we're trying to circle the wagons here and make sure that we're going to have a camera for you here the rest of this game. So a pickup of a couple. Coakley will hand it off. Thomas, and he's into the open field. Vivi's the only man that can catch him here. Vivi tracking him down and does corral him out of bounds. But a big pickup there from the 29.
Chased down by Mason and Vivi from Erie.
A gain of 59 yards by Jaden Thomas. And that's the biggest play of the night. We talked with Coach Wu before the game, and he said, you know, we have the three pillars of the Erie defense. We play smart, we play fast, and we play strong. And when one of those three doesn't click, it's not good news. And I think there was one of the three malfunctioning. A little pitch there out wide to Polka. Running behind blockers, fighting his way, leaning his way forward, and a pickup there of about 8 for Polka.
Carried to the 5-yard line by Dax Polka. Brings up 2nd and 3 for Windsor.
So 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard pickup there. And some early motion, and I think that's going to back up the Wizards 5 yards here. Costly penalty down at this part of the field. And it'll actually be an encroachment call on Erie. And so it's only half the distance to the goal. It's not enough for the first down to make it 2nd and 1. 6:43 remaining here in the half. Coakley under center. Split back formation. Coakley's going to pitch it. Polka puts his head down, grinds backward, and scampers into the goal line for a touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run.
6:31 remaining in the first half.
By Polka. And with 6:31, we're an extra point away from being all tied up. And that one big play, costly there for the Erie defense. Out to kick the extra point is David Hageman. The snap is good, hold is good, and kick is through the pipes. So we're all square at 7. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning.
Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you as we're all square at 7. This game brought to you by Gen Realty as we're broadcasting live from the Gen Realty broadcast booth. And Jen, a very generous donation, and we will see the fruits of that donation hopefully by the end of the season with some sick new broadcasting equipment. We'll talk about ways later that you can also help support us here on the Erie Tiger Network. So Hageman will send this one kind of a side spinning kick. It's going to bounce. Vivi's going to pick it up as that one was about to die at the goal line. Gets through the first wave. Vivi, he's got a lane. Cuts back over midfield. Vivi, he's got one man to beat. Can he do it? He's got the angle. Vivi to the pylon. Touchdown. 99 yards for Mason Vivi. And bam, like lightning, the Tigers are back in front. And you saw Vivi there at the tail end of the run. Just burn it toward the goal line, and he was in. Never a doubt with Vivi. We saw him chase down Thomas on the one run. And he's already had a bit of a workout here tonight, has Vivi. So with 6:19 remaining here in the quarter, the snap is good, and the kick is good. And the Tigers back on top by a touchdown. Well, Tiger fans, we would love your support. Become a patron, and be a part of our Patreon. You can be a partner on the Erie Tiger Network on Patreon. Click on the link in the description or head to patreon.com/Erie Tiger Network. You can support us for as little as $1 a month or sponsor a segment like that 3M's Farm segment for the cheerleaders for $25 a month. And we actually have a whole list of Patreon members that we will be reading here at halftime that we owe a lot to. They help make this broadcast what it is throughout the years. Many members, many family members that donate $10 a month, and so we appreciate that for sure. And hey, guess what? There's also new little features that YouTube does. We don't talk about this a whole lot, but maybe you want to support us. Maybe even if you're a Windsor fan, you could do a little super chat down there at the bottom of your chat, and you can pay to have your chat kind of hang up top for a while, and that always goes to us as well. And I think that's kind of almost any denomination that you just want to support us for. So we appreciate any of the support we can get, especially as we get close to playoff time. And playoff time might end up being a ticketed online event, but if you're a Patreon member, you will have free access. And there's the kickoff return for Windsor. Up to the 15 after the dropped kick. It was finally corralled and then run out to the 15. And that is where the Wizards will take over here. By the way, some fans watching from Kearney, Nebraska. A Windsor fan watching from Gordon, Nebraska. And how about John Pastore's Uncle David in Tennessee also watching. So we appreciate when you let us know where you're watching in the chat. We love to see that you're watching from all over the country and sometimes even across the world. So 1st and 10 here for the Wizards after a really good drive down the field by a big play from Jaden Thomas. Coakley under center. He's going to hand it off on the little end around there to Thomas, who will just kind of grind forward there for a pickup of about 3. Thomas had the 59-yard run. He now has 80 on the night, and Windsor nearing in on 97 yards. Tigers not a ton going on offense, but man, talk about a heck of a start to the year for Vivi. Not only through 2 games, Vivi has put up 400 plus yards. He has 495, including today on the season. But now add another 99-yard kickoff return to his all-purpose, and he's going to, obviously with the shortened season, as there's a little sweep there to the left side. Shortened season, he will not get to Noah Roper's numbers, but on a per-game basis, right now, he's on pace to do some pretty special things. Yeah, that was Polka on the run, picking up a couple, maybe one, and that'll be 3rd and 6 here for the Wizards. Neither defense has been spectacular on 3rd down except the 3rd and short stop by Pastore on the first drive that Windsor had, and a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. Coach Cooper called that. So we'll stick right here. And fans, we talked about supporting us. You can also be a business sponsor. You see commercials going on. You see the title sponsor in Gen Realty. If you'd like to become a sponsor and you're a business, email us. You can email me, bird_brandon@svvsd.org, if you are interested in becoming a commercial member and supporter of the athletic department. That gets you commercials throughout all sports all year, including banners and all kinds of good stuff for those sponsors. So be sure to do that. And one of those sponsors that supports us is Jeannie Hulse. How about having all your insurance needs under one roof? Let State Farm's Jeannie Hulse take care of your insurance needs. Jeannie's been serving the Erie community for almost 18 years. Would like to serve you as well. Give Jeannie a call today at 303-828-4002 or visit online at jeanniehulse.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So 3rd and 7 here for Windsor out of the timeout taken by Erie. They've got 2 remaining. A handoff. No, it's play action, and Coakley's going to pivot, roll now to his right, fires downfield, wide open, and then pelted at midfield. He had 2 receivers, and no one was in the same zip code as either of them. And a big pass play. And I'm not sure what that went for. I think that one went for about 32-ish yards. Polka. And we think that was Polka on the catch. I just missed who that was at the tail end. Maybe you saw that there. But a big play there on 3rd down for the Wizards. And now a handoff on the right side. And breaking tackles and then getting gang tackled there after a 3-yard pickup, I believe is Thomas, and it is.
Thomas with the carry for Windsor.
Thomas 83 yards on the ground now. Tigers running in and out. Defensive lineman, that's Logan Gilmore that was out there for the Tigers.
Once again, if we have any seniors of our Spirit Squad parents, please make your way to the north end zone.
Carter Moak, the one that replaced him. 2nd and 7 here for the Wizards. Coakley under center. Man, that was good presence to pivot and go back to the other side of the field when it wasn't there initially. Handoff on the dive. And a pickup there of about 3. And I think,
carried to the 44-yard line for
I'm not sure who carried that for Windsor. Thought it was 31, but we don't have a 31 on the roster. So 3rd and 4 here for the Wizards. Coakley takes the snap, runs misdirection, a little reverse here on the near side, and blockers out in front for Polka, and a good open field tackle that time by Benji Havener, but a pickup there of 19. Excuse me, 14. Hey, I've got no spotter here, so. Polka has seen a lot of carries here tonight for the Wizards. 1st and 10 now for Windsor. Only 2:15 left, a very quick moving first half of play. Coakley will run the little option pitch. Tigers defend it excellently. And now a flag thrown, and I don't know if there's a face mask in there or if there was a little illegal block there behind the play. Let's see what this one is called. Personal foul, face mask. Yep, that's what I thought I saw as Thomas was just trying to squeak away there. The Tiger defender got up and just caught a piece of the face mask. And so after a phenomenal defensive stop there that backed him up about 4 yards, it'll be a fresh set of downs here for the Wizards. So an ill-timed penalty there. And another personal foul for Erie. And I believe Erie has about 32 yards of penalties so far. 1:48 remaining, waning moments here of this first half. Coakley under center. Coakley, he'll run play action, looking deep, throws the deep route going up and catching it. Did he get in? He did. And it's a touchdown for Jaden Kennis. An 18-yard strike and score. And we're an extra point away here from being tied up on the nice throw and nice catch. And the Tigers defense getting a little bit sucked into the play action there. And no one home there on the easy pitch and catch. Well, the good news is Windsor has left a minute and a half on the clock. Kick is up, it is good, and we are tied. And with a minute and a half left, we'll take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Go to where your friends are. Go to where the action's at. Go find your sense of adventure. Go Airheads, Airsoft Field and Store located in Erie, Colorado. Go Airheads and go Tigers.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 14 all here, 1:36 remaining here in this one. And Tigers have given up a couple straight scores here on defense. But it was Mason Vivi with a 99-yard kickoff return last time we saw Windsor try and send it deep. And it actually looked like trouble for a little bit as that ball just kind of floated down there and then died at the 1. Vivi's the only deep man. Let's see if Windsor even kicks it to him. There's not actually much wind. As cold as it is, it's not a wind chill factor. It's just straight up cold tonight. As the flag is pretty much laying on the pole. And they do sky this one, and Erie's got to get under this, and it's Gus Fonseca Walker, and he has a little bit of a seam, and it closed up pretty quick, but good read there by Gus as he gets it up to the 40. And so with 1:24 left, plenty of time here for Erie. Erie's offense hasn't quite executed to perfection here tonight like we've seen it in the first 2 weeks. Of course, that credit surely goes to also a strong Windsor defense. Let's see what Erie can do here with a minute 24 left. Vivi is split out wide to the near side, and it's Thyssen that's in the backfield now. Vivi will be sent in motion, and they're going to hand it off inside to Thyssen, and a good job popping up off the turf and making a tackle that time was Nate Saunders. And a 2-yard gain there for Thyssen. Thyssen Hasn't found a lot of running room left. 5 carries, only 13 yards. In fact, the Tigers averaging just a little over 3 yards a carry. Austin will send Vivi in motion again, and this time he'll keep it himself. And not much going there. Only a yard for Alex Austin. And that's where not having Blake Barnett hurts you. I think Austin, at this point, maybe a little bit sharper reading defenses. He's a little more experienced, has a pretty good arm. The one thing we saw about Blake, he can run wild, and he will run over people. 3rd down here. Handoff to Vivi, and a throw down the sideline on the running back toss, and that is incomplete.
Vivi's incomplete, intended for a Braden route.
So an incomplete pass there, and the Tigers are going to actually have to punt. It was a handoff forward. Had that been a little pitch forward, that would have been 2 forward passes, which is illegal. Now Erie will have to punt. Only 18 seconds left, though, so they didn't leave a ton of time for Windsor. And I think Windsor knew the pass was coming, so they weren't fooled. As Piper sends another bouncer, picked up off the bounce, and there's a flag coming, so it doesn't really matter what Kenneth does here, but he will scanter out of bounds at the 35.
Return to the 35-yard
5 seconds left, so time for one more Windsor play. I don't know if they'll kneel on it. I'll tell you what, on the ETN, we have seen some crazy last play of the first half defensive touchdowns before. That's why you just wonder what they'll do. And that also reminds me of the late Toby Campbell. As I want to give a shout out, obviously, to the Campbell family, as Toby passed away in a plane accident not too long ago here for the Erie Tiger team. But he had one of those crazy plays where he was out at the 1-yard line after a huge interception return. That was the first year we had the ETN, so back in 2015. And, of course, we saw the defensive touchdown at the end of the first half for Durango in the playoffs a couple years ago, and the Tigers are able to survive that, and that would help propel them eventually on to go to the state championship, and where they were runners-up. So we've seen some crazy things. Not sure with the Windsor Wizards backed up all the way to the 13 that we're going to see too much craziness here. In fact, Erie safety's dropping back a little bit, and a little delay there to Polka, and he'll actually lose a couple, and that's how we will end the first half of play. So we're deadlocked at 14 at the end of one half of play. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, have the second half for you, and we'll have halftime highlights first and stats and all that good stuff, and then the second half here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
You are watching the ETN.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. We're actually bringing you some footage of, you saw the Palms team and now the cheer team. We unfortunately do have to bring down our audio because we don't have the audio rights, and on YouTube that will take down our stream every once in a while. So that's why you get the mute. So I guess imagine in your head what that sounds like. And there was the two-time defending state champion cheer team. You saw them out there. They're actually co-ed this year for the first time. Well, a lot of Windsor Wizard fans on the broadcast from Alabama and all over the place. Hey, Tiger fans, I think they're outdoing you on the chat, so got to get active in that YouTube chat. Well, let's take a look at, or at least let's talk about some first half numbers. You're just going to see kind of a camera camp out. We're actually saving the battery of our up-top camera, so it's handheld for now, but that's okay. It's just halftime. Jake Coakley, 2 for 2, 50 yards passing, a touchdown, and he had the second touchdown near toward the end of the first half on that pass to Jaden Kennis with the 18-yarder. Jaden Thomas, he's got 79 yards rushing on 9 carries, averaging 8.7 yards per carry, has a long 59-yarder. Carson Kingsbury, he was stuffed for a 1-yard loss. That was his only carry. Dax Polka with 31 yards on 7 carries, averaging 4.4. And someone had a mystery. We missed one carry there in our stats. We saw it was 3 yards. Don't know who it was. 3-yard mystery carry. By the way, that first touchdown was a run by Polk of 2 yards in the second quarter with 6:31 remaining. The Tigers, Alex Austin was, let's see, 3 for 5, I believe, for 29 yards. Austin also gained 20 yards on the ground on 8 carries, only 2.5 a pop. Caleb Thyssen, 2.6 a pop. He has 13 yards on 5 carries. Mason Vivi only with 7 carries. He's got 35 yards. The Tigers held in check 60 yards rushing. That's it in that first half. They only average 3 yards a carry. And Vivi only had 7 carries there in that first half. He's only had 18 all season, but as we mentioned, he had over 400 yards rushing. He's closing in on the 500-yard mark here in this game for the season. He scored another touchdown. That went off a kickoff. He's got 6 rushing touchdowns, I believe 2 return touchdowns now for Vivi. What a season he is having so far. Braden Rao, he had a catch for 4 yards. Gage Nichols had 1 for 18, and Mason Vivi 1 for 7. All those numbers very, very unofficial. Caleb Thyssen, a 2-yard carry in the first quarter with 4:08 remaining. That was the first touchdown of the game, and then the 99-yard kickoff return for Vivi, and that's our scoring so far in this game, tied at 14. So it's been a good one here in the first half of play. And this halftime is brought to you by our Patreon sponsors. We'd like to thank them real quick. They have really helped the Erie Tiger Network survive here. The Kana family, a very generous donation. They actually are not a Patreon member. They just straight up donated via a PayPal link they found, I think, on ErieTigerNetwork.com. So thank you, Kana family, for that last week. The Blaylock family, they are Patreon sponsors. Barbara Alverson, Corey and Denise Collard, Monique and Corey Frazier, Barney Abeda, J.K. Rademacher, Lori Welty, the Davia family, the Quinn family, Cammie Weber, and David Sebesta. All are at least $10 a month sponsors, and they are all at least in the Erie Tiger Network fan club. And as we mentioned before, if you go to patreon.com, become a patron. Well, guess what? We are now giving out swag if you're at a certain level, and I think if you're at that $25 or $40 level, that's the premium membership, you get quarterly merch sent to you, Erie Tiger Network merch. So we'd love for you to become the first $40 a month. We just opened up that level only a couple weeks ago. So that is halftime there for you. We are going to actually join the rest of the halftime festivities here. And we have lost connection. We have lost connection with our Sling Studio network, and I'm not sure why. It's literally sitting right next to us, so we will get that sorted out. How about that? So now you can't even see what's going on. We'll take a commercial break and be back here on the ET.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
You are watching the ETN.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
In Erie, talk to State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. There's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction of knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon at sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
Go to where your friends are. Go to where the action's at. Go find your sense of adventure. Go Airheads, Airsoft Field and Store located in Erie, Colorado. Go Airheads and go Tigers.
43-yard line.
Check
And up
1,
for an
2.
Erie Tiger
Well,
first down.
Tiger fans, right now we have audio, but it's via a laptop computer. So we're working on a solution, and we'll try and figure that out for you here soon. So I'm sure it sounds odd to you. I don't know why our audio went down. Our whole system crashed during halftime. Luckily, we were still able to go to a commercial. I think that has something to do with it, but we'll kind of roll with computer audio here for a little bit. 1st and 10 now for the Tigers after the fumble recovery. And now Austin will play action, roll to his left, looking, fires out to Big Ox. He's got it, and a first down a little bit more as he scoots up the sideline and out across near the 30. They'll mark him actually at the 28, but that's 11 yards and a first down for Big Ox.
To the 32-yard line.
And so the Tigers working into Windsor territory. That turnover there might be the spark that got him going. So we have found a way to do backup audio. We have had camera issues. We'd have system issues. So hopefully we'll survive the whole game here and keep this stream alive as VV runs Wildcat and leans it forward and ends up picking up about 3 yards. And now a flag on the play. And I didn't see that initially. I don't know if that was thrown a little late. We've had a couple personal fouls, one from each team so far. And that's going to be on Erie, so that'll put them well behind the sticks here. So it's going to be 2nd and a country mile here for Erie. Second and 22, it appears.
The ball now at the 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 20.
Got to get all the way down to the 22 for a first down, or just past the 23, more like the 22 and a half. Austin in the shotgun, 3 wide, takes the low snap. He's going to roll to his right, throw back to the screen on his left, has VV, but that's the second time they've ran it, and Windsor was not fooled that time. In fact, a 5-yard loss on the play. That's going to make it 3rd and 27.
Brings up 3rd and 27 for the Tigers.
So the Tigers, who had first down at the 32 and looked to be in good scoring position, by the way, we'll try and get the clock fixed and stuff. We were using the laptop for audio. We can still kind of type into it, but we may not be able to use graphics as much. Austin keeps it on the read, and he's going to get a large chunk of it back. The Erie coaches, which hopefully you can't hear in the booth next to us with our different alternative audio solution, they wanted a late hit there. So 4th down, you're in kind of that weird spot, but because it's so long to go, the Tigers are going to punt and hopefully pin him deep here. Piper's struggled a little bit punting tonight. Tell you what, it's not fun to kick the ball when it's 20 degrees outside. That thing feels like you're kicking a big stone. Snap is good, and Piper will send this one. It'll dribble, be picked up inside the 2, almost stripping it, and then breaking the tackle and getting just past the 5 was the return man there for Windsor. And Jaden Kennis.
To the 8-yard line, where Windsor will take over.
Check. We are trying to mess with the audio here between the plays because ultimately we would like to not have to talk into the laptop because that limits us a little bit, some of what we can do. We're making it work. 1st and 10 now here for the Wizards. Backed up at their own 8. Handoff right side. Jaden Thomas stretching it out. Has the corner toward the first down marker and has it. 11-yard pickup there and a first down on first down.
The Wizards.
So this Windsor run game starting to get a little steam. It was a fumble that stymied them on the first drive. And the Tigers were unable to capitalize after a big penalty and a couple personal fouls. This Tiger coaching staff is going to be steamed all weekend about those. They do not like giving up those penalties, and that hurt them on that last drive. 1st and 10 now. From the 19 are the Wizards. Man in motion, that's Polka, but they'll give it straight ahead, and in the massive humanity there, I'm not quite sure who had the ball.
Polka with the carry.
And it was actually 31. Not sure. We don't have a 31 on our roster, so you Wizard fans can maybe clue us in as to who 31 is for the Wizards.
Ball on the
So
23-yard
3-yard pickup.
2nd and 7.
When I mentioned at halftime the mystery carry, I think that's who had it, was 31. So 2nd and 7 here for Windsor. Polka in motion again. Play action. They're going to throw it to Polka. Good read by Vivi, and he dropped him right as he caught it. Only picked up 2 yards on the pass was Polka, and a good read. And Coach Wu, the defensive coordinator, the new defensive coordinator for the Tigers, came over from Silver Creek. He loves Mason Vivi and Andrew Piper at safety. Says they are 2 of the better safeties in the conference. And Mason Vivi showing you why right there. 3rd and 4 for Windsor. They need to get to the 29. They're going to run it. Oh my goodness. It's a misdirection. Polka had it. Piper laid the wood on someone who didn't have the ball. We all thought that he did. By the way, we think 31 is Kaysen Kingsbury. He's listed as 52 on our roster. And so that's, thank you in the chat, Kaysen Kingsbury. So we'll get that corrected. I'm sure you've already said that before, but we're kind of scrambling here in the broadcast booth. The Gen Realty broadcast booth. And they're going to call a personal foul on Piper for that huge hit. Oh no, they're going to call an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Windsor.
Called against Windsor.
So I think it was something that someone said to an official that you can't say, because although that was a big hit by Piper, I think he, like the rest of us, thought that it was Jaden Thomas that had the ball and he hit him hard. That's not a penalty, but the unsportsmanlike is. I still believe it's a first down though for Windsor. They haven't reset the chains. Let's see what they do here. They do flip it to first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 Windsor.
1st and 10 Windsor from the 21-yard line.
So the unsportsmanlike conduct doesn't wipe out the first down. Now Thomas in motion. They'll run play action. Oh, stepping up in the pocket nicely that time was Coakley. He has a little bit of running room. 15 yards and more. In fact, he'll be right at 15 out to the 36. A good run. And, you know, Coakley, he has had excellent pocket awareness tonight. He had that big 32-yard pass in which he avoided trouble, and that time he had a Tiger blitzer breathing down his neck and was able to step up and turn that into a positive play. 1st and 10 now for Windsor. And a quick moving game, 4:45 remaining here in this third quarter of play. Coakley under center. Double wing formation here. Another little misdirection give on the counter, and that's Polka.
Dax Polka with the carry.
And Dax Polka, but they stopped the clock. I don't know if there's a penalty. I think there might be some laundry hiding behind the players. And it is a holding penalty on Windsor. I think they're going to call that on Hunter Peck. And that'll back Windsor up. And that's the one thing, if you're the Wizards, you don't want to be behind the sticks. Everything is predicated on at least getting 3-4 yards of carry.
31-yard line.
And so that'll back them up to first and 15 now. They'll say that one was 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So ball be spotted at the 31 here at the near hash. Coakley will come out, per usual, under center. Tigers have been fooled a little bit on that misdirection counter. This will be triple option. Coakley stiff arms a defender to the turf and then fights his way. And another flag coming in all the way from the back judge, and that flies up to the line of scrimmage. So I don't know if that was another block in behind the play. But we've seen a lot of laundry here in this second half. And I have no idea. Look, Windsor's pointing in the direction of Erie. And do we have a face mask call? Face mask on Erie, the second one of the night. Not enough for a first down.
Ball's on the 42-yard line.
We have had first and 10, we have had first and 15, and now we have first and 5. Four, really. Yeah, first and 4. So, and it's all been on this same sequence of downs. So the sticks haven't moved, but where the first down placement is has 3 times. Handoff. No, a keeper by Coakley, and then he just knifed his way back into the teeth of the defense for a 3-yard gain. And then I'll bring up 2nd and 1.
About a yard.
3:35 remaining.
For Windsor.
I don't know, but it's messing with the speakers.
They just want to try.
Mr. Cecina said that whoever's phone was closest to the speakers. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
2nd and 1. For Coakley and the Wizards. In motion is Polka. The handoff to the big fella, Kaysen Kingsbury, and he just has enough. Needed a yard, picked up a yard and a half, and 1st and 10. And so they will call for the first down marker to move. Under 3 minutes to go here in the
46-yard line.
first quarter or third quarter. It's chaos here in the broadcast booth. Ball spotted at the far hash. Referee will run the clock here. Tigers crown the line of scrimmage. the big power sweep, and Polka will pinball off a player and gets pelted to the turf after a gain of 4. A lot of Dax Polka tonight.
2nd and 6 for Windsor.
So 2nd and 6 here for the Wizards. On a very frosty night. They're really taking their time here. The back judge says less than 10. Now 5, 4, 3. See if they get the snap off. Ooh, they just do. Play action. Emerging open. Wide open is Polka. He's hit to the turf, and man, Piper just let him go there. Piper faded off of him and then stopped when he saw the ball in the air and didn't stick with the receiver. They have picked on Piper a couple times. Piper is a high-risk, high-reward player, and that time Andrew caught a little bit on the play action. And I think Andrew's even a little bit gimpy there as he comes off to the sideline. We saw that big pick 6 in week 1 from Piper. Love to see another one of those here. Now the triple option, a pitch out to Thomas. Good blocking by Windsor. No, a blindside block will be called. That'll be called on Josh Neiman.
Carried by Jaden Thomas for Windsor.
And another penalty.
The flag on the play.
The near sideline official talking things over with the white hat. And they will call an illegal block on Windsor.
An illegal block against Windsor.
So that's going to back Windsor up here. And what has turned into a very long drive that started back inside their own 10. So 1st and 20.
1st and 20.
Tiger fans making a little bit of noise. Trying to pump this defense up. Coakley, he's going to pass. Looks, fires the fade, and it is caught for a touchdown as Vivi and Gus Fonseca Walker were both beat on the seam route, and it's a 6-point lead for Windsor, and it's their first lead of the night. That ball kind of fluttered up there, but just beating everyone, I think, was Jackson Lewis, who brings it in for the touchdown, and Windsor now on to kick the extra point. Snap is good. The kick is blocked. And so that might loom large. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
And if we're not yelling, don't worry about it. 1, 1, 2. Is that working? And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. We think we have our audio working. We're checking with Ali Gigliani, who is our audio technician right now. Okay, so we are just trying to adjust the audio levels. We just unplugged a part, plugged it back in, and, you know, I think that's the solution for everything. So your internet's down, unplug it, plug it back in. Your life's going wrong. Has anyone tried unplugging and plugging back in the year 2020? Maybe that's the solution. So 1:18 remaining here. Oh, offside. Should be called offside on the kickoff, and it is. And so Windsor was well offside, just mistimed it, and they'll stop it and restart it. You don't want to give Mason Vivi any more room than necessary. He has already returned one tonight, but really it's the Erie offense that's got to find a way to get going. They have struggled to move the ball outside of that first drive. And even that first drive, it was an old-fashioned 3 yards and a cloud of dust drive that picked up a couple short down yardage situations. And you'd love to see the big play come back for the Tigers. Just been absent here in this game. This game's also gone by quick, so there hasn't been a ton of possessions by both teams. As both teams have ran the clock via the ground game. So we'll try this again here. And this is going to be a little squibber. Thyssen will collect it at the 25. Thyssen bursts, runs over two men with a stiff arm and gets knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line, and that is where the Tigers will take over. Sorry, we're just double-checking our audio here. 1st and 10 now here for the Tigers. They trail it for the first time tonight. After the passing touchdown, 2 tonight for Coakley. And now Alex Austin in the shotgun, and flanking him is Vivi. I think a little play action and a ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. That was Morgan Roper on the bat down. As far as I know, no relation to Noah Roper. Second and 10 now here for the Tigers. Is we have not seen Mason Vivi really get the ball a whole lot here tonight. Play action again. Austin will fire the seam pass, and Oxiger had it and couldn't hold on as he was smacked from behind. And he hits the turf hard, and Oxiger will be helped to his feet. It was a good pass, and Oxiger, I think, got the wind knocked out of him as he drops to a knee, and it just looks like he's trying to catch his breath here. So they'll stop the clock here as Oxiger shaking up, but because they stopped the clock, Oxiger will actually he'll have to come out of the game, does Aiden. Thought that was the rule. Yep, and he is coming out to the sideline. So 3rd and 10 here for the Tigers. Got to find a spark some way, somehow. Austin again in the shotgun. Hard count, rolls to his left, looks downfield, has a man, fires the comeback route. It's Gage Nichols, breaks the tackle, has a first down. Second catch on that comeback route from Nichols on the far side, and the golfer will scoop up. Little wedge there. Is Gage Nichols. Of course, that's a joke. We all know Gage doesn't have a short game. 1st and 10. Handoff, Vivi. Hole on the right side, almost busted through. And, man, his burst Real good. 6-yard pickup there for Mason. He's over 40 yards rushing. We missed that drive when chaos in the booth was happening, so none of our stats are even close to official right now. We'll have to check in, see who has the official stats. But 2nd and 5 here. Handoff. VV spins, gets out of trouble, stays on his feet, and finally gets swung down after a 2-yard pickup there for Mason. And that's the last play of the quarter. So at the end of 3, the Tigers trail it 20-14. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Net.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
In Erie, talk to State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse.
You are watching the ETN.
Uh-oh. You got to switch cameras. And I told you we might have a camera go down here at some point. We did. We're trying to get the new one up and running from up top. And we will try and do that real quick. We're about to get the 4th quarter started. So I told you we had some camera power issues. But you see the Palms team down there. 4th quarter, beginning of the 4th quarter. And a big play to start the quarter here. And just in the nick of time, how about that? Our camera crew, they've been solid here tonight between Spencer Blaylock and Alex Schnegelbarger. Direct snap to VV, and like a rocket shot out of a cannon, he just plows forward, full head of steam. About 6 yards and a first down there for Mason from the 33 down to the 27. So the Tigers move the sticks here. So 4th quarter. Eventually get that going here on the scoreboard, and a handoff to Thyssen, and he got a yard before being pelted backward. Did Caleb. By the way, next week we will have the game against Brighton. That game has been moved to Tiger Stadium. It will be an away game for Erie, but because of some Adams County restrictions, as Vivi misses the first tackler and just keeps avoiding defenders. And man, you can see how slippery and fast Mason Vivi is. I mean, Mason was good last year. We saw the work he put in the offseason, and he has been tremendous this year. 17 yards on the carry for Vivi. He's got 72 in this one. And now 1st and goal for the Tigers, trying to strike back. Vivi, direct snap, follows his blockers, breaks a tackle and scoots into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. So with 10:28 remaining, the Tigers are an extra point away from retaking the lead. And that drive was Mason Vivi. He's now got 81. And the Tigers an extra point away. We just saw one block. The Tigers have struggled to get both theirs through. Dottavio. Oh, misses, and we are tied at 20. You just had the feeling that that might happen. It's been a struggle kicking the ball tonight in this cold weather. And that one didn't have enough. All right, so 2020. And of course, this game is brought to you by Front Range Landfill, a modern municipal solid waste disposal facility permitted by the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment in Weld County. They're very proud of their facility and welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Visit them online today at frontrangelandfill.com for all of your solid waste questions. Is it the battery? What? Unplug it, plug it back in. Where's Addie? She needs to be centered then. We might have to send her upstairs. Sorry, we are a little bit of panic in the press box. That would be maybe a good band name. As we have had our camera issues throughout the evening. And so kickoff coming here. We'll do it live here from inside the press box. Good grief. A return. Out to the 18. All right, so 1st and 10 here for the Wizards. You know, the score's 2020. It's the year 2020, and we are struggling here in the booth to keep this stream going. Handoff there, left side. Big room for Polka. Piper, one more man to beat, and a good tackle. Dragging him down was Benji Havener, but a huge gain from the 18 all the way across midfield for Polka. 44 yards for Polka.
The 38-yard line of Erie. The 1st and 10 Windsor.
And Polka with his best game of the year. So 1st and 10 now. For Windsor, 9:45 remaining. This is going to come down to the wire. Handoff. Thomas presses the hole and then bounces out and somehow gets away and gets near the 1st down yardage. Not sure how he Houdini'd his way out of that. It seemed like he was for sure going to have a 1 or 2 yard loss, and Tiger defense just kind of struggling a little bit right now. 8-yard pickup for Thomas.
Thomas with the carry, number 15. Be 2nd and 2 for Windsor. From the 30-yard line.
2nd and 2. And I think Coakley kept it. It's again just all kinds of moving parts to this run game for Windsor, and not much going on that one. And Coakley's not in, actually. Right now it's Adam Lieber. And I don't know if I just didn't notice that way earlier or if that is new this drive. So Lieber in at quarterback. Lieber will settle under center. Polka in motion. Lieber will run triple option. Almost got stopped and then gets swung to the turf. What a tackle in the backfield. as Lieber looked like he was about to waltz across the first down marker and then just got ragdolled backward.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up 4th and 1 for the Wizards. John Pastore with the big stop for Erie.
And of course, it was John Pastore on the stop. He's had several of those tonight. Now 4th and 1. We've seen Windsor start to run away from John's side of the field. And I think we might see Windsor call a timeout, and we will. Timeout on the field. 7:56 remaining in this. We're going to take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Welcome back into the Erie Tiger Network. In case you're wondering why we're so far zoomed out, we're just having some camera issues. Fourth and 1 here for the Wizards. Handoff up the middle, plenty of yardage there, and then some for the first down. That will matriculate the clock down as here's a 9-ish yard pickup on 4th and 1. So 1st and 10 for Windsor. Someone asked if this is filmed on an iPhone. It is off an iPad right now. This is our super backup plan. Little misdirection counter there, and Jaden Thomas just fighting for the tough yards. Gets down to the 16.
Jaden Thomas with the carry for Windsor to the 16-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 5 for Windsor.
7:01 remaining. Still plenty of time left in this quarter, but man, Erie defense has got to find a way here to make a big stop. Second and 5 here for the Wizards. Lieber will hand off right side on the stretch. Play is Thomas and ends up picking up maybe a couple. Over 200 yards of rushing tonight now for Windsor.
Yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
They've been effective at it. We've seen some play action here. See what they do here on 3rd down. 3rd and 4. They got to get down to the 11. The ball's just inside the 15. And a handoff up the middle, and fighting close to the first down is Polka. And he's going to be about a yard short, I think. So 4th and 1.
4th and 1 for Windsor.
And a timeout here called by Coach Cooper. We'll take another timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network. Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation. All right, so we're back here. 4th and 1. The Tigers were the ones to call a timeout. 5:28 remaining. We may or may not have a camera back online. Big play here. What do the Tigers do? Pitch. And enough for a first down here. So Polka has carried the load here tonight along with Jaden Thomas. And has done well, and he'll pick up 10 on that play. So a couple 4th down conversions for Windsor. So 1st and goal for the Wizards. Tigers defense going to have to bow their necks a little bit. Trying to show some pressure up the middle. They'll hand it on the stretch play. Polka avoids one man darting into the backfield, and he's able to pick up a couple. 5:10 remaining. One thing that's in the back of your mind maybe, if Erie gets the ball back and they're able to score, and just assuming that Windsor scores and gets the extra point, would they go for 2? We've certainly seen Coach Cooper do that on a few occasions. One time it worked out very nicely against Pueblo East in the playoffs, and last year, heartbreak against Frederick. 2nd and goal from the 6. Leiber pitches near side, and just good running there by Polka, able to avoid all the oncoming tacklers and scoots into the end zone. So a 6-yard rushing touchdown for Polka puts Windsor back on top by 6. And another block for Erie. 2nd time tonight. Guess I shouldn't assume the extra point there, as that has been tough sledding here tonight. So 4:29 remaining. The Tigers trail it here to the Wizards. And Alex Austin and this offense has to dig out of the hole here. Mason Vivi with a big time drive, last drive for the Tigers. And I think we might see another steady dose of Mason. And welcome back in. 4:29 remaining. Windsor set to kick it off. And this one is a worm burner that will be taken by Gus Fonseca Walker. Stretches it to the near side, cuts it up, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, trying to break it to the outside, and gets it to the 43, which is where the Tigers will take over. Man, they have really hurt Windsor in the return game. That's probably been the best part of the night for the Tigers, has been this special teams. We've seen the special teams at times struggle this year, but tonight it's been rock solid with some big plays, including that 99-yard touchdown. So 1st and 10, Austin. Hard count, takes it, rolls, fires low and away to Nichols, who couldn't hold on to it. Fired a bullet in there. Probably need to feather that one a little bit more. Still time left, 4:18. If you're Erie, you've kind of struggled to stop the run. You do not want to give it back to Windsor. You want to execute and score. Second and 10. Handoff, Vivi, knifes through a hole, still on his feet. Vivi out to the 45, and then late Laundry flying onto the field. I'm not sure, and it's a face mask. So saw Erie commit a couple face mask penalties, and one breaks back in their favor. 3 face masks tonight, and that's 15 more yards, or 10 more yards here. Oh, and they'll only spot it at the 40, so they're saying that happened well behind the play, and Mason broke through it. So no real bonus there. 1st and 10, though, for the Tigers. Vivi now at 93 yards on the ground. Austin, another rollout, another comeback, and that time Nichols has it. Up to the 35, a pickup of 5 from Austin to Gage. Gage, his best game of the year. He's got 3 catches. .330 and counting. Now you're getting into the territory where you got to score. And Coach Cooper going to burn his second timeout. Timeout called. We'll take another quick timeout here on the ETN.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 3:27 left. Erie called the timeout. And now they'll see what they have dialed up during that timeout. It'll be handoff to Vivi. Steps through a tackle. Still on his feet. Vivi, so tough to bring down. Vivi does not stand very tall, only about 5'9"-ish, maybe a little taller than that. But he is so strong and so hard to bring down. A 16-yard pickup there for Vivi. And his last 4 carries have gone 17, 9, 12, and 16. Tell you what, you might want to give it to that guy. 3:01 remaining. Handoff Vivi left side. And just kind of sidesteps a defender and plants his way forward. Another good pickup there, that time of 4. 2:45 in counting.
Brings up 2nd and 6.
Second and 6. And I'll tell you what, it is cold. Starting to shiver while I'm calling the game. Austin takes a snap. Play action. Looking. Fires for Nichols. Corner of the end zone and overshoots him. Liked the one-on-one matchup there, but just overshot him. It was well covered anyway. And so with 2:11, it's now 3rd and 6. See what Coach Toof has dialed up here. Austin in the shotgun. We saw him carry the ball a ton in that first quarter. We haven't seen him carry much since. Oh, man, and Vivi gets gobbled up as he approaches the 11. A 4-yard pickup, but that's going to make it 4th and 2. And if you're Erie, you don't want to burn another timeout here. But it's also getting to the point, and they're taking a long time, and I think they're going to burn one. Because you won't get the ball back if you don't convert. And they're going to let this clock roll all the way down before they call a timeout. So with 1:31 left, Erie calls their last timeout. We'll take maybe our last timeout here on the ETN.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, and a big play coming up, 1:31. This is the call of the game right here. And what do? Austin and Vivi. It's 4th and 3. They're going to send Big Ox in motion. Rolling is Austin. Looking, he's going to pull it himself, and he is right at the line to gain. I mean, right at it. He's celebrating. And I bet they're going to have to measure. Goodness. Not what you want to see is a measurement. Oh, and where this is spotted. You know, I think he has it. It's on the 18-yard box of the soccer field, which means it's on the 8. And it looked like, well, I don't know. This is going to be so close. We're going to have our camera get all pixelated, and we barely get it. Okay. So Tigers still in business here with a minute 26 left. Oh, my goodness. And so Austin on the pass play, he had Gus Fonseca shacked up just past the first down line to gain, and then decided to pull it down and run it himself. So 1st and goal now for Erie. Ball on the 8. It's Thyssen with Vivi in the backfield. Vivi going to run a little wildcat here. Low snap, takes it himself, left side, turns the legs into the end zone. The Tigers take the lead with a minute 15, and they're an extra point away. Excuse me, they've tied the game. They're an extra point away from taking the lead. We have already seen 3 missed extra points, 2 blocked by Erie. And this one is coming down to the wire. We are shooting this off iPads and all kinds of stuff just to keep this stream alive. Snap, hold is put down, and the kick is no good. The hold was great after a snap that was a little bit inside, and Dom just couldn't get his foot around it as it scooted out wide right. And so 26-26 with 1:15 left. And the game that just will not quit. And now if you're Erie, you're kicking into the wind pretty good here. The wind has started to pick up. It's blowing out of the north. And so you're kicking into the wind. The good news, if you're Erie, you feel like if it comes down to a field goal, you could block it. So here we go. What an end here to this game. 600 of you watching out there, at least. And what might be one of our biggest streams ever, as this one sails high, and this is well struck, taken at the 1. Can the Tigers cover it well? And shoved out of bounds is the returner.
To the 25-yard line, where Windsor will take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 here for the Wizards. And what has been an exciting game here tonight. It's been crazy, but it's been exciting. 1:07 remaining. Windsor a ground team, so let's see what they do if they're challenged to put it in the air. We may just see a couple handoffs here, a little pitch to the outside and some running room. And tell you what, if you're a linebacker for Erie right now, you've got to flow to the ball. 59 seconds left after a good chunk there on 1st down. So 1st and 10 now for the Wizards, and I think they are going to call a timeout. We're going to catch our breath here real quick, take a quick timeout on the ETN. Caught our breath there for a second. Only 34 seconds left. We'll fix that on our clock here. So 1st and 10. 34 seconds left. So you've had some success on the ground, but now you got to go to the air. It's a play action, a pass. It's going to be intercepted by Vivi at the 36. He skied to get it, and he ripped it out of the air. And if you're Erie, you only have 27 seconds left, but I think if I know Coach Cooper, he's going to be a little aggressive here. This kind of feels like one of those games destined for overtime, but Erie would love to avoid that. With the kicking game tonight, it's probably not going to be a field goal, but it's the wind. So if you're Erie, you got to dial up the right play to score this one. It's cold. The wind is picked up. Tigers have to go into it, so see what they can pull out of their bag of tricks. 1st and 10. Austin with 3 wide, 2 to the near side, which is the wide side. He'll get it and roll to his right, looks downfield, going to fire to Nichols, dives, and that one bounces. Just hucked it short. That's a tough throw. You're rolling to your left as a right-handed quarterback and trying to put enough mustard on it. And Gage, who stemmed off his route about 15 yards down the field, that's a tough connection. 21 seconds left. Aiden Oxiger looks a little bit limped up. See if he's okay. He's kind of holding his midsection. He's certainly a target in the passing game. Tigers got to go quick. 5 left on the play clock. Get the snap is fumbled. Austin picks it up and gets sacked, and I think Coach Cooper might go, okay, let's take this one to overtime. That was nearly disaster there for Erie.
Ball at the 25-yard line. 3rd and 25.
Yeah. And there is 7 seconds still left on the clock. Sorry, we're just making sure that our camera people are okay, as it's frosty out there. And we're kind of rotating camera people in and out of the broadcast booth. Spencer Blaylock, Alex Schnagelbarger. So 3rd and a long way here after the Windsor timeout. They're going to hand it to Vivi here. He's going to go around the corner. Vivi's got a little bit of room, still on his feet. Vivi swung down at the 40, but smart play there by Erie. You wanted to run a play that ran some time so you didn't have to run it back. Well, we're going to overtime. 26-26. We're going to take a timeout here as we get all set up here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Go to where your friends are. Go to where the action's at. Go find your sense of adventure. Go Airheads, Airsoft Field and Store located in Erie, Colorado. Go Airheads and go Tigers.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. High school overtime rules. Both teams will get a chance to score from the 10. And it's, if you both score and it's tied, do it again. Keep going till we have a winner. And it will be Windsor to have the ball first. Sorry, trying to take care of a couple things here in the booth. As there's a pitch to Polka. Green grass in front of him to the corner, and on the first play of overtime, he scores. So a touchdown for Windsor. And it is a 32-26 lead here. Let's see what they do here. If you're Windsor, do you go for two or do you try and attempt the extra point here? The kicks have been fine here for Windsor, but they have not blocked or protected very well. Now they are kicking into the stadium now where the wind was. It has died down a little bit.
Windsor called the timeout.
So a timeout here coming before the extra point. Well, we are human popsicles here on the broadcast crew. I think everyone has taken their turn outside to experience the elements and trying to thaw out here in the broadcast booth. Tell you what, it has been a wild night, though. on the football field. And with the first play and a touchdown, man, the Tigers defense just struggled a little bit holding the edge here in the second half and now into the overtime. So they're going to go for 2, and it's fumbled. And the Tigers stop it. So if the Tigers score, they have to face some questions themselves. Do you kick the extra point, or do you go for it? And at this point, I think you give Dom the try again. Chance of redemption's always a good storyline, but you got to take care of things, and you got to score first. By the way, our 2 other camera operators have been cycling around, Addie Moore and Brant Burns. So the full crew has been taking their turns tonight. Brant right now is the one braving the elements up on top of the press box. So here we go. First and goal from the 10 for the Tigers. Erie's going to come out with Thyssen flanking Austin. VV out wide. VV will motion in. They're going to give it to VV on the end around, and VV steps through a tackle, still on his feet, driving, and he'll finally get wrestled to the turf inside the 3. VV almost leg pressed a man into the end zone. Almost squatted him. That's why you do all those squats all off season. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. And it'll be VV and Thyssen in the backfield. VV direct snap following Thyssen, and he gets lassoed around the ankles, and I don't think he got back to the original line of scrimmage. And Windsor was sending the house on the run blitz. They were all out stopping the run there with VV back there. And now Erie's going to call a timeout. So 3rd and goal, and we'll stick right here. Well, this game has been brought to you by our sponsors here as we're broadcasting live from the Gen Realty broadcast booth. Go Airheads, Airsoft Field and Store, Jeannie Hulse of State Farm, Germany Law, Front Range Landfill. And actually joining us soon as part of our sponsorship team is Sherry Bond. So 3rd and goal from the 3. If you score, you could win it with an extra point. Got to score first, though. 3 wide. One of them is VV. Big Ox, the H-back. They're going to send VV in motion. There goes the read. Austin will keep himself left side. Gets cut down at the 1. He could sniff the goal line, and then he just got pelted, helicoptered, and here, this is, of course, what it would come down to. No, there is one timeout, but that's Windsor, so Erie's got to run the play. And they got to get the play in quick here. I say you run it behind John Pastore. VV's going to run Wildcat. You know Windsor's going to send the house. Thyssen's flanking him. VV, he's going to give it to Thyssen, who scores! What a give by VV. The whole defense collapsed on him, and he gave it to Thyssen, who punches it into the end zone, and the Tigers could win it with an extra point. Now, will they kick the extra point, Or will they go for two? Datavio out there. This would be sweet redemption for Dom if he could squeeze it through the uprights. He's missed two of them. Windsor's going to bring it. This is for the win. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is blocked. And we're going to another overtime.
The kick is blocked. So we're tied at 32. We will go into
The kick is blocked. We have had 3 blocked extra points. And so the beat rolls on here. My goodness. Well, if you thought you had enough of this game, it's not over yet. This time, Erie will start with the ball first in overtime. We saw Windsor sell out on Mason Vivi getting the ball. I don't know if that was just a pure call that was a give to Thyssen or if that was a true read. If it was a true read, what a read it was by Mason. So both teams now get a timeout, I believe, here in second overtime. And Erie will come out onto the 10. And we're just hoping to survive the cold here in the broadcast booth. Vivi, he's going to run Wildcat. He's going to keep it and throw it wide open. Touchdown! First play, and it's a touchdown. And now there's a flag. There's multiple flags. And we've lost our camera. Goodness. And so it appears that it will go against Erie. And I looked down because we had our camera issues, and I'm not sure what the call was. And I think it's a legal man downfield, and it is. So now the Tigers in a tough situation here at 1st and 15. Love the play call, though, by Coach Toof. The whole world collapsing on VV runs. And they call a little play action for VV. So here goes Austin. He'll take the snap. He'll run it himself. Has to avoid a man and then just grinds, chops the feet, picks up 3, maybe 4 yards.
Austin's progress to the 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 12.
And we are down every camera, so we are trying to get one up. So I will describe what's happening as best as I can here, radio style. Oh my goodness. I have my phone, okay? There goes Austin. He'll take the snap, rolls to his right. Austin looking downfield, fires toward the end zone. It's caught in bounds, but at the 2. It was Gus Fonseca Walker. And so we're trying to get camera up here. I apologize for this. We have burned through everything. So someone take this. ETN console. Ask Blaylock. So here we go. 3rd and 2. Going back to my old radio days. 3rd and 2, ball spotted at the far hash. It's VV and the Wildcat. Flanking him is Thyssen. Gus Fonseca will get a fake. No, it's Vivi who will keep it. He's pushed backward, and Vivi just kept chopping backward. They'll give him forward progress, but it's a huge loss, an 8-yard loss all the way back near the 10, and Coach Cooper is going to call a timeout here to talk things over because it will be 4th and goal from and they'll officially spot it just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Okay, now we're using my phone. Good grief.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for me. Calling all continents for the prince of the south. Killer gabba dabba douche. I just got out. Still rapping, slapping kittens and grabbing my crotch. I'm the artist that goes for the.
All right, so Coach Cooper going to talk things over.
In
the broadcast.
Bad, bro. You getting mad for? I'm gonna have to light you up. I eat flames up.
Broadcast booth execution behind the scenes. It's been a lot like the kicking game between both these teams and their attempts to get points off extra points. And so now we're seeing a very wide angle iPhone view, but at 4th and 11, I mean, Windsor just sent the house there. And now you got to execute through the air if you're Alex Austin. He has brought it down to run a couple times, but now he has got to get it into the end zone. A plethora of targets. Austin's going to take it. The throwback to Otziger. He breaks a tackle, and he will not make it. So now all that Windsor has to do is score, and it's over. It was the little throwback screen to Otziger, and it looked like Austin might have had a path, and a Windsor Wizard came flying in and made the tackle. A very good open field tackle. So now Windsor will take over, and they have been unstoppable here pretty much in the second half. So if you're Erie and you want to
Windsor will now have 4 attempts.
What a game this has been, though.
This phone's already about to die, too.
Real testing foray for Erie, and it's against the mighty Windsor Wizards, and this just feels like a rivalry in the making. Both teams will be in the NCAC, and as long as they are both in the same conference, we might see some good battles here through the next few years. Pearson, a handoff, and a decent tackle there in the middle, but a good gain on first down. In fact, 5 yards all the way up to the 5. So 2nd and goal from the 5. It's Leiber, I beg your pardon, not Pearson. That's the quarterback right now. Erie's front has to be stout here. See what the Tigers do. Trying to send pressure. Pitch out wide. And a touchdown, and that will end it. Windsor comes down here to Erie, and they win it in double overtime, 38-32. A hard-fought battle, both teams, punctuated by missed extra points on scores. In fact, the last 4 extra points were missed. And the Tigers will end tonight in frustration and heartbreak, but it was a heck of a game by both sides, as Windsor will move to 3-0. And Erie will move to 2-1. We're going to take our final timeout. We'll come back and wrap things up here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in after a wild, wild night here. A double overtime victory, 38-32 for the Windsor Wizards. And, well, I mean, we literally lost power on 4 different cameras tonight. We finished the game on a cell phone. We lost one of our adapters, and then the other 2 cameras were just backups that we happen to have, and so that's why it just seemed like it was just that kind of night. Ran out of steam, a little bit like the Erie defense there right at the very end. And unfortunately, just not enough tonight was the Erie defense, as Windsor would score, I believe, on their last 4 possessions of the game. Let's go over some of the numbers in this one. Very unofficial. In fact, we don't even really have some of the numbers because we went down. I know Vivi had over 133 yards rushing in this contest tonight. And what a night it was on the ground for the Wizards. Wizards over 230 yards rushing. I think they were north of actually 260 or so, as once the chaos in the booth started happening at the end, we stopped keeping stats. I know Jaden Thomas had over 100 yards. Dax Polka had over 100 yards, so multiple rushers for Windsor over 100 yards. Next week's game for Erie will be against Brighton. It'll be a road game, but it'll be here in Tiger Stadium, actually, as that has been a switch. So just note for some of you fans that might be able to make it. But we're glad those of you that were able to join us here tonight for this exciting game, a game that goes into double overtime, and the Tigers dropped their 2nd straight overtime game. If you remember back to last year, they dropped one as well. That will do it for us here tonight. A full crew. We couldn't have made tonight happen without all of them. Spencer, Addie, Alex, Allie, who am I missing here? Brant and Madison, all a part of the broadcast crew, all a huge help tonight. We will be back at it a week from today as the Tigers take on the Brighton Bulldogs here in Tiger Stadium. That should be a fun one as well, as we're already at the halfway point of the season. 2-1. Still 3 weeks to go, though. Still a chance to make the playoffs for the Tiger fans, for you Tiger fans. So, keep the hope alive here. Tough one. Tigers, though, tell you what, they're best after some losses. We've seen the way this coaching staff is able to kind of pick up the team, learn from the mistakes, and move on. Hopefully they can do that here this week. Hats off to the Wizards. Hope they have a safe drive back up to Windsor. And that's going to do it for us here tonight. One more time, the final score in this one, 38-32. And until next time, Tiger fans, we'll chirp at you later.